Today, we're going to dive into something pretty fascinating called Sunan al Fitrah. These are ancient Islamic traditions that basically take everyday hygiene and elevate it into something, well, much more meaningful.
So let me ask you this. Think about your morning routine. Brushing your teeth, washing up. Is that just a chore, something you just got to get through? Or could there be something deeper going on?
To really get to the bottom of that question, we first need to understand the big idea behind all of these practices. So let's break it down. Okay, the key word you need to know is fitrah. Now, in Islamic thought, fitrah is this concept of a pure, natural, unspoiled state that every single person is born with. It's like our default setting for both spiritual and physical cleanliness. And that's exactly where Sunan al Fitrah comes in. These are the recommended practices, the how-to guide, if you will, for preserving that original state of purity. It's all about honoring the body we've been given.
So, you might be wondering, where did this list of practices even come from? Well, they come directly from the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. He's the one who laid out this really clear path for maintaining that natural purity.
And right at the heart of it all, we find this core list. There are 10 specific acts that are considered absolutely essential for keeping up with this state of natural purity. And here they are, straight from a saying of the Prophet passed down by his wife Aisha. There are 10 acts that belong to fitrah: clipping the mustache, letting the beard grow, using the siwak, snuffing water in the nose, cutting the nails, washing the finger joints, plucking the hair under the armpits, shaving the pubic hair, cleaning one's private parts with water, and rinsing the mouth. Wow, that one statement, it's the blueprint for everything we're about to explore. Okay, that's a pretty long list, I know. So what do these 10 acts actually look like day to day? Let's try grouping them into categories, and you'll see how they all fit together to create a really complete system of hygiene. This chart here really lays it all out for us nice and neat. As you can see, these practices are super comprehensive, right? It covers everything from oral and nasal hygiene all the way to detailed grooming and personal purity. All right, let's kick things off with that first category. It focuses on the mouth and the nose, which makes a lot of sense. They're key gateways for germs, but also so central to how we experience the world. So these first 3 acts are pretty straightforward. Rinsing your mouth, sniffing a little water to clean your nose, simple, but really effective. But this next one, the siwak, is particularly cool. It's basically a natural toothbrush made from the twig of a specific tree, and it's been used for centuries. And the emphasis on the siwak is just fascinating. It's not just about having clean teeth. The Prophet highlighted its amazing dual purpose. It physically purifies your mouth, but it's also seen as an act of worship, something that pleases God. Okay, moving on from the mouth and nose, the next set of practices kind of expands out to the rest of the body. Here, the focus is on detailed grooming for our hands, our hair, and just our overall personal purity. The attention to detail here is incredible. It's not just wash your hands. It's specifically washing the finger joints, those little folds where dirt loves to hide. It covers grooming facial and body hair to keep bacteria and odor at bay. And, a really key one, is using water to clean after using the toilet, which is just a cornerstone of physical purification. But why these specific acts? You have to understand, this isn't just some random checklist. There is a deep, deep wisdom here that beautifully weaves together faith, health, and even beauty. And it really boils down to these 3 things. Each one of these practices is, all at the same time, a form of worship, a pillar of public health, and a way to maintain personal dignity and beauty. I mean, this powerful statement says it all, doesn't it? Purity is half of faith. It gets right to the heart of the matter. In Islam, being clean physically isn't separate from being clean spiritually. They are totally connected. Being pure in your body is a fundamental part of your faith. And here's where you see the practical benefits so clearly. On the one hand, these are just smart public health measures. They prevent germs from spreading. Simple. But on the other hand, they connect to this beautiful theological idea that Allah is beautiful and He loves beauty, which encourages people to keep a clean, dignified appearance. So when you put it all together, you start to realize these acts aren't meant to be just a checklist you tick off. They're designed to be woven into the very fabric of your daily life, turning simple hygiene into a complete lifestyle. And that right there is the ultimate takeaway. It's all about your intention. When you do these simple things, But with the awareness that they are also acts of faith and self-respect, you completely transform a boring routine into a powerful, meaningful practice. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought, and it's for everyone, no matter what you believe. How can changing our intention, our why, transform something we have to do into something we get to do? How can we all turn our own simple routines into more powerful, more meaningful rituals?